What's up, everybody? Coming to you on Tuesday. Love me a Tuesday. It's the day after Monday, and Monday's like my motivational day. So Tuesday's like a keep moving forward day, right? So today I'm going to talk about failure. I love failure. I actually did an entire presentation one time on failure and being one of my core values. And it shocked the whole leadership conference that I was at because they were all trying to stay away from failure. And I love failure. And I learned this concept in the gym, okay? And was when I take my body to failure, that's where it grows. That's where it starts actually producing results, is when I take myself all the way to failure and I fail and I get back up and I keep going, right? Any time that I've ever failed in life is where I've found what I'm meant to do. Any time I failed is where I learn lessons, right? You can't progress until you have failed. One of my favorite sayings in the world is something my mom told me. It's written right here. It says, without risk, there is no reward. Unless you're willing to go to failure, unless you're willing to risk failure, you'll never get to where you want to be. Because if you have real goals, they should be a little bit scary, a little bit dangerous, a little bit out there. You should have to risk something to be able to achieve them. And if you're not willing to risk something, then you're not really willing to follow your goals. And failure is awesome because it teaches us. And failure, okay, is one of those interesting things, is you can fail and not be considered a failure, okay? So don't think just because you fail that people consider you a failure, because the only way you can be considered a failure is if you quit, right? When I'm in the gym and I'm doing a bench press and I'm repping it out and I get to failure and I can't move anymore and I rack the weights and I rest for 60, 90 seconds or something like that, and then I go again, right? And then I pick the weight back up and I go again and I try to hit failure again, and my body grows and develops and gains more muscle and burns more fat when I do that, right? Same way in life. When you have a goal and you're striving for it, you need to go all out until you fail. And when you fail, you reassess. You wait a little bit, you recover from that failure, and then you go again. Maybe you change your perspective, or you change your outlook, or you change your strategy, but you keep moving forward. I love failure because failure teaches us so much. And I don't care who you are, if you want to be successful, if you look at any other successful person in the world, all right, they have all failed before they became a success. They have all taken that all the way to failure, and they failed. Some of them failed miserably, went bankrupt, had mental breakdowns, right? And now they're considered some of the most successful, wealthy people in the world because they didn't let that failure define them. They went to failure and then they kept going, right? Maybe they took a break, maybe they readjusted their strategy, but they kept moving forward. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Maybe you had a case of the Mondays yesterday, right? Maybe you failed at your diet. Maybe you failed at working out. Maybe you failed at being the best spouse you could be, or being the best parent you could be, or being the best employee you could be, or whatever it is. Maybe you failed yesterday. Don't let that failure define who you are. Accept it for what it is, learn from it, and then keep moving forward. And that's the great thing about having somebody that holds you accountable, somebody that motivates you, a coach, a mentor, a guide, because that's the person that can step in when you fail and actually say, hey, let's reevaluate, let's readjust, let's make sure that tomorrow doesn't become the same failure. Let's make sure this year isn't the same failure as it was last year. Let's readjust, let's keep moving forward. And so if you need a coach, if you need a mentor, if you need a guide, one of the cool things I'm doing right now is a special New Year's deal, okay? It's a buy now, pay later deal. Okay, so if you're wanting to get your fitness under control for next year, okay, in January 1st, like everybody else does, right? I only have a limited spots a limited number of spots available to actually do this with. We're only a small team, so we can only take so many people in. But if you want to be in on this, it's a buy now, pay later. You can sign up today. You don't actually start till January 1st. You don't have to pay till January 1st. Okay, so if you want more information on that, custom fitness, custom nutrition, daily accountability, it's all there for you. It'll help you get to where you need to be physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. All right, we're here to help you. All right, let me know if that's something you want to do, if something you're interested in. But other than that, keep moving forward. Keep failing. Keep trying. Keep risking and keep going after your goals. Have a great Tuesday.